Welcome back, Silverpunks. Today we've got a feature-length video for you. It's a viewer request pour from Sean Covert 5447, Hank's Domino from Twin Peaks. Grab a brew, settle back and watch this bad boy. Welcome back, Silverpunks. Today we've got a really cool video lined up for you. We're going to be doing some work in Blender. As you can see, the judges already got it open there with our Silverpunk logo.
Work in progress. Progress.
Looking cool. What we've got today, it's kind of a request we've had. One of our subscribers, Sean Covert 5447, has actually commented on one of our other videos that he's watched, and he said it'd be really cool if we could make a domino piece.
Yeah.
So I've had a word with the judge, and he's thinking, yeah, we can have a go at it, experimental thing, but we didn't want to just do it. You know, us at Silverpunk, it's got to be a little bit different. So we've been having a think, and one of mine, and also judges, one of our favourite series is Twin Peaks.
God, I love a bit of Twin Peaks, haven't you?
Yeah. Oh, you can look at that bad boy. Look at them. I'm loving Twin Peaks. So there you've got like the little red room with a little fella in. So luck would have it, one of the darker characters in there called Hank. There you go. There he is. There he is. Look. Has a domino keyring. So we thought, well, why not? Why don't we do Hank's domino keyring from Twin Peaks? But we're going to do it as a proper domino piece, double three. And yeah, and we're going to do that for Sean Covert 5447, a subscriber request.
Yeah, so we're going to follow this double three domino. Obviously going to model it so it's in the right shape. The one thing I wanted to check with you there, Goyma, was are you going to do this in a flask, or are you going to do this impression into sand? Because that determines what we do with the model. Or what do you reckon?
I thought a couple of, in my head. I thought, well, if you want an actual domino, like a domino piece, I'd do it in a flask.
Yeah,
because then you get the overall shape. Or I can do it like a bar.
Well, if you do
I think. No, I think a flask would be better. Easier for me if it was just a bar, but I think it'd be better done in the flask as an actual domino. What do you think?
Well, you tell you, so where I was going with that, and happy to be led by you, was I was thinking about trying to put our logo on the back as a raised element. So actually, you've got the domino on the front, obviously the two threes, but then on the reverse side, you actually can see our handwritten logo.
So we're punking it up a bit.
Even more.
So that'd be a flask then, that'd be done in the flask. Okay. I'm up for that.
Okay, cool.
Well, create it, you know.
So let's get into it then. Should we start 3D modelling?
Yeah, I'll sit back and watch you do all the magic, mate.
Yeah, so all I'm going to do in the first instance is add a cube, and this is going to be the basis for the domino. So let's take some dimensions. I'll make it, how tall do you want the domino? About 4 centimetres?
When you say you mean long?
Yeah, how long do you want it?
Yeah, how long? Let me just grab. Well, I mean, I don't know how big. I haven't played dominoes for years, mate. 4 centimetres would give a nice, 3 or 4 centimetres, 3.5.
Okay, let's do 35 mil, and then we're probably, let's see, 15 mil wide. Is that giving you sort of domino vibes? Probably more 20. That's a bit more like it, isn't it?
I don't know.
And then 5 mil deep.
I'll tell you what. Shall I quickly look up how big a domino is?
Do you know what? That's a cracking idea, isn't it?
Wouldn't that be easy? Wouldn't that be?
Joe, whilst you're quickly looking that up, I'm going to add a sphere. And what I'm going to do with that sphere, that's going to be the basis of our indentation. So, and I'm going to, once we've got the dimensions, I'm also going to add another cube, which is going to be that's going to be the bar across the middle. So we're going to have, following this, we're going to have 3 dots, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then a bar across the middle.
Right. Right, Judge, sorry to interrupt. I've opened a can of worms here.
Okay.
I wish I never looked these up. There's all different ones. You can have jumbo size, tournament size, typical. Right. So the one I found is 2 inches standard size. Apparently, is 2 inches long.
Right. How long's that in centimeters? Or millimeters, better.
So hold on. I've got to do that now. Wait, there, 2 inches to millimeters. Well, that seems massive to me. It's saying 50 millimeters.
Okay, so that's 50 mil by what? That's
50 mil. Okay, yeah, by 1 inch, so that'll be 25 mil.
Okay, and then how
3/8 of an inch thick. So hold on, let me do that. 3.
Oh, I don't do fractions any longer.
But that's 9.5 millimeters thick.
So 10 mil. Yeah.
Well, do 9 mil.
9 mil. Because we're talking. So what we can do is we can use that as for the ratios of
and
the
then
domino,
you can make it smaller.
And then we can make it smaller. Yeah. So when we slice it, we don't have to have it 50 mil. We can have it 35 mil, but but then it will be relative to everything else that we're working in. So that's fine, but for me. So then
sorry, mate. I was just thinking also, mate. If you do it that standard size, it's going to be a right chunk of a pour.
Oh, I know. Yeah, that's going to be too much for us, isn't it?
I think we do have to downsize it a little bit, if to make it viable, because otherwise we'll be cornering the silver market.
So I think how's that looking for you then for the size of the first hole? So yeah, I think that's. I'm not too worried about where it is at the moment.
I was just about to say, which way do they go? Do we need to look at a photo? Do we need?
No, we will do. Yeah, we're going to say we can go from right to left, so that's not a problem. I'm not too worried about. I'm just worried about how big it is at the moment. But 5 millimeters seems to be enough room to get 3 in and get a bar in. So I'm going to duplicate that. Oh, I'm going to duplicate that. He says.
Now, is that just a ball you've made there? Is that
yeah, that's an icosphere, which is basically a sphere. So what I think I'm going to try, and I haven't tested this theory. I've not tested any of this theory. I've not done this before. I'm working it out as I go along. What I think I'm going to try is having 3 spheres of equal distance and then rotate the 3. So you're going to have to bear with me. I'm making this up as I go along. So I reckon I'm going to have. So they're going to be. Let's get that to 0. Let's get that to. Oh no. So what I'm trying to do here is come up with a way of getting them so they look about a decent distance apart.
Right, and then you'll move them about then. Yeah.
But then I'm going to kind of group them.
Oh, so you can move them all in one go.
So then I can rotate them, move them all in one go, but also make a clone of them. So it's like I say. So I've got.
So what you're saying is then a double 3 is quite nice because you just copy the other side.
Yeah, actually.
Yeah. So this is making your life easy then, isn't it?
How's that looking for you? That's worked really well. So if I rotate 45 degrees, that should be. Let's see if I move that sort of into position. Doesn't need to be perfect at the moment, but oh, that's up and down. I didn't want up and down. I wanted. Check that out.
That's cool. You just when you've rotated. Yeah.
Now let's have a look at it against our reference image. The dots do go quite close to the edge. That was what I was worried about. But they are pretty close, aren't they? So I'm happy.
Yeah, that looks cool. Yeah, there it goes. And you've got the.
And I'm gonna do a bit of that. I'm gonna undo that though.
Can a layman make a suggestion?
Yeah, if you want.
Wouldn't it have been easier to put the line down the middle first?
Well, next, well, I mean, it can be. Let's wait.
No, I just thought then you've got somewhere to reference it where they need to sit, go, haven't you?
Well, we'll actually position them by dimension, not by eye. But it's just getting the sort of rough layout to look right.
Oh right, okay.
So let's take your lay suggestion. Let's get our so -7. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to change the dimensions of this bar. I'm going to make it 5 millimeters. That's probably too big. 3. Just looking a bit better. And then I'm going to make it. We know this is. Hey, what's this? This is 25 mil wide. So I reckon let's make it 20 mil wide. Bit bigger.
Let's have a look at. Get the picture. Is it easy for you to show the picture again? I don't know. Let's see. I mean, it's quite difficult to see, isn't it? I don't think it's that thick, is it? That line. I think that's too thick.
Okay, so let's take it to 2 then. I also think having a look at that, they're not on. They're kind of a bit more of a steeper angle.
Well, look at the. If you go back to that page, there's another picture. Look at the second picture in.
This one.
No, on the page. No, up above in his hand. Look at that. Isn't that easier to see? There you go, son.
Okay. Let's see if we can.
Okay, probably gone too. There you go. I see it. There you go.
Okay, that's cool. We've got a reference picture. So
to be fair,
we're sort of going
line up.
Yeah, sorry.
Check that domino. You went too quick. Look at the bottom. They don't line up. The bottom dots don't line up.
Yeah, I guess that's kind of an imperfection of the way things have been made.
Are we going to try and go for that then? Or are you going to be all symmetrical, or are you going to go?
I don't know.
Okay. Because I'm thinking you could group the two and then just do the last one freehand down by the bar and do it offset.
Okay. Well, we'll get it laid out anyway. And but what I can see from this though is that the extent of this line aligns with that extent of that there.
Yeah, there you go.
And the same there. So they're quite useful. It's quite a useful reference actually.
There you go. I know that
this probably needs to go closer to the edge, the bar in the middle. And I also think if I was just to manually move one of these, but also I think the dots are bigger. The dots proportionally are bigger. They take up more of the.
Yeah, I think that. Yeah, they're a bit small on ours. Yeah.
So let's just let's supersize them and let's see what we got. This is the kind of process we go through to generate something to then 3D print, and then once we've got it 3D printed, then you take over, don't you? So you're messing with the creating something in silver. Here we go. So you reckon I'm quite liking that. Let's have a look at that from totally top down.
I think that's cool.
Yeah.
6 is the way.
So if we and I've manually moved these around as well because they're not at a 45-degree angle. They're actually a steeper angle.
Well, if you look at that domino he's got, they're all over the shop, aren't they?
Look. So maybe we'll replicate that once we've got the these spheres the right size.
So I just thinking, Judge, for some people out there, because obviously we're of a certain age. Some people might not know what we're going on about. Twin Peaks. It was a series. I mean, it was a series by David Lynch, and pretty cool director writer guy.
Yeah.
If you're into that type of thing, he done. Am I right in thinking he done Mulholland Drive as well, and that type of thing? Was that him? Was he?
I think so. So definitely Blue Velvet.
Blue Velvet, yeah, that's it. Yeah, Blue Velvet.
I can't remember what other films he's done, but he was a cult director.
Yeah, I mean, and Twin Peaks. I mean, basically, just there's that much going on in it. We'd be we could do a whole video series, hours and hours on it. But I mean, basically, what it was like a kind of who done it with lots of psychological and about 100 side plots going on at the same time. I mean, basically, a young girl
I was supposed to say
Wrapped in
a young woman.
plastic.
Yeah, wrapped in plastic. Was found murdered and wrapped in some plastic down by a river or a lake.
Laura Palmer.
Laura Palmer, yeah. And then they got the old FBI in. Your Dale Cooper, who's called Dale Cooper.
Carl McLaughlin played Dale, didn't he? Dale.
Yeah, that's right.
Detective Inspector Dale Cooper.
Yeah, FBI agent, weren't he? Yeah.
Yeah.
He come in to basically solve the murder, and he went to this little town, this little quaint town called Twin Peaks, and like the characters are just unbelievable. Some cool characters in there. You got a pair of brothers called the Horn Brothers, like they're kind of like businessmen, and they're both absolutely off their heads. I mean, the one just absolutely loves sandwiches and cheese and food wherever he goes. He goes, oh, look at this food I've got. Look at this, and as I say. There's just so much going on, and they've all got the little quirks. And I mean, talking to Dale Cooper, he likes his coffee, hot cup of Joe, and always got to have his coffee and everything. It's just, if you've never seen it, just get yourself a copy of Twin Peaks, and just lose yourself, because you can quite easily. It is sit there and binge watch it for a weekend, but it is a big investment to sit there and watch it all, but it's that good. I mean, it's the characters. I mean, you've got a character called the Log Lady, you know, because she just walks around carrying a log. Just classic, just very cool stuff. Very cool stuff. Oh, and also a little twist in it. You also get Dale's Cooper ex-partner come up in it. His ex-FBI partner who's gone rogue, called Wyndham Earl, and he has he's trying to find him as well at the same time. So it's lots of twists, very dark, very, very dark in places. But yeah, one to just sit back, grab a cherry pie and watch.
So what I'm up to now is I'm going to manipulate the bar, because obviously it's not, if you look at the reference image, it's not just a totally square thing, is it? I'm going to manipulate this so it's actually got a beveled edge. I'm going to try and do that anyway.
I've got a question now.
Yes.
If we just hold fire a minute, right? What you've got there with that bar up like that and then spears like that, if you were to print that like that and I just push it in the sand, that'd make an indent and it'd make a cool bar, wouldn't it?
That's true.
Because am I right in thinking you are going to sink them in, aren't you?
Yeah. I've not finished yet.
Right.
Yeah, I've not finished yet.
Yeah, no. I didn't want you doing all this computer whiz stuff and not doing what I wanted.
Can you see what? Yeah, see what I've done there. So I've actually
rounded edges.
I've beveled the edges, and you can bevel them as much as you like, and you can. There comes a point where it starts corrupting the geometry. So you see, it goes a bit bonkers. And that would be no good. It wouldn't really work. But just softening the bar so it's not squared edges. And it's round. You know, it's beveled all the way round. So when I'm taking and removing this from the main domino piece, and actually it's taking that cut out. So let's have a look at what that looks like.
So I'm guessing you're going to do that all around the outside of the domino as well, yeah?
Yeah, I'm going to start. Yeah, I'm going to bevel all the edges. So I'm just going to take this down a touch. I'm just going to use a Boolean modifier, which is my favourite tool for. So I'm just going to.
Oh, the Boolean. Oh, yeah. I know all about that. Yeah.
So what that's just doing is it's taking away that geometry I've created, that bar I've created from the original domino. And look,
sorry, George. Can you show that again? Because I weren't paying attention because I was taking the mic. Yeah.
Okay.
Show that
So
again.
I've got this original. I've got the domino that I'm working from, and I've got this additional piece of geometry I've just created, which I'm going to take away. I'm going to subtract the this what would it be, horizontal bar from the domino, and I do that using the Boolean modifier, and I'm just going to come up with a difference, and then look, you can see that that's taken that from the.
So basically, what you've done there is what I do with the sand. You've just made an impression. You've just put that impression pop in there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ah, that's cool.
It's it's my favourite that's my favourite tool in Blender, because you can start building up a quite complex piece of geometry from adding and removing little bits and pieces. So if I do the same with, and I have to do one at a time now, I can't select all of these and go, I'll remove those. I'm going to have to do them one at a time. But before I do that, actually I'm going to rotate so I can see it top down. You may or may not have noticed whilst you were chatting, I've been tweaking the position of the dots.
Yeah.
And so they're not perfectly in alignment any longer. They're a bit more random. And
let's have a look at the dot there. Let's have a look at the original. Yeah,
I mean, I could take that bottom one. That's more up, wasn't it? See that kind of arcs that way.
It's the one closest to the line. The one in the middle base. You know that one. Yeah, the one you got your mouse on. That's the one that's off, isn't it?
I reckon that one's off to the left a bit.
Let's have a look again. Yeah, let's have a look again. Yeah, I wouldn't go much more with that one. Yeah. I think it's the bottom one that's on the bottom half of the domino. The top spot on the bottom half of the domino is the one that's worst, isn't it? Not in line. Yeah.
But I think that actually that's kind of sort of getting it. Maybe that needs to go up a little bit. What do you reckon to that?
Yeah, that looks cool. Weren't they? Just go back to. Sorry, mate. I know you're flicking screens. Just have it. Yeah. And they're in line, as long as they're in line with the end of the bar. Yeah, let's have a look. To the edge of the circle, edge of the spots. Yeah. Mate, I think that's pretty cool. I mean, Sean Covert 5447. I'm not sure whether you was expecting a Twin Peaks off position spotted domino, but that's
this is what you got.
Yeah, this is what that's Silverpunk's doing for you. So hope you're enjoying it. And obviously, guys and girls out there, if you would like to see something made, do drop us a line, put it in the comments below. If there's anything you guys would like us to see us having a crack at, and if we can, we'll do it for you. What do you reckon, Judge?
Yeah, no, definitely. And not only that, but if you're interested in buying the prototype that comes out at the end of it, then let us know as well, because we need to sell some silver so that you can actually make some more stuff instead of having to melt everything down.
Yeah, I'm melting too much good stuff down. We need to find some homes for stuff, but anyway.
So there we go. We're kind of getting a bit more domino-esque. I may completely undo everything I've done. So I may find that when I start beveling the edges, it goes a bit haywire. And what I may end up doing is beveling the base of the domino first, and then doing the Boolean. Actually, you know what? I'm going to just do that.
Is that because it's quite complicated with all the other shapes inside?
Yeah, it will. Yeah, absolutely. So I'm going to, before I can't go back any further. Oh, that's as far back as it'll go. No,
well, have a go now, because it's a little bit less complicated, isn't it?
Well, no, I think you're going to see the.
I want to see a Judge mistake, because you see me mess up enough. You see me mess up nearly every pour.
Hang on, let's undo that. Object mode. Object. Edit. So I'm going to try a bevel. Oh. Actually, try. That's why. Let's pick some faces. It might work, actually. Yeah, no, the problem there.
Yeah, it's just eating. Yeah, but you only need a very little bevel, mate.
But look what it's doing here. See, it's beveling the.
Well, can't you make that trench just not as long then?
No, it's beveling the entire face. So I could maybe do. Yeah, I know what I can do. Panic over. So I can just do.
I'm not panicking. I'm not panicking, mate.
Yeah. So what I was hoping to do was bevel these faces as well a little bit, so you end up with a softer
Oh,
edge
mate,
there.
no, that's making no,
But the
don't
problem
do
is
that. I want it flat.
Yeah, but it generates more problems for the geometry, which I would have needed to do first. Got any more interesting facts about Twin Peaks that you want to regale us with?
I don't know where to. I've got an interesting fact for you.
Why don't you
Okay,
begin at the beginning?
you used to play dominoes, right?
Right.
Domino players, right? They've got a bit of a slang term, like card players, like deuces, twos and this, that, and the other. And the ladies like the queen or whatever. But in dominoes, what's what's double three? Slang for double three in dominoes.
Oh, I don't know. What is it?
Right. Some people call it poison ivy.
Right.
Don't know why, but yeah, poison double threes, poison ivy, or the Spanish curse, I think it is. So yeah, there you go.
Well, there you go. I did not know that.
Yeah, there you go.
Excellent.
But no, Twin Peaks. I just love it. There's so many cool. I'm just trying to think. There's that much going on. I mean, you've got One-Eyed Jacks, haven't you? Across the board, they have the little casino and House of Ill Repute that they're going and visit, and the Black Lodge. Obviously, yeah, we haven't even come to the Black Lodge, the Red Room in the Black Lodge.
And what about the little guy who dances backwards?
So talks back.
I'd like to dance backwards.
Yeah,
just like that.
Yeah,
I think I nailed it.
He's spot on, mate. He's got Sergeant Pepper on reverse, hasn't he?
Yeah. So if I look at this, I want quite a heavily beveled edge. I want it to be quite a lot. I don't want it just to be a soft focus. Just a soft bit around the end. I want it to be quite a lot.
So that's harder for me, but okay, that's all right.
Okay, well,
a little bit.
Well, let's do it, and then you can tone it down. So we need to go.
Yeah, because don't forget my end, mate. It ain't like what there ain't an undo button on when you got the crucible in your hand, mate. It's do or die. You just got to go with it. You pour it, and then. So all my work, if I want to undo anything, I got to start from scratch.
Yeah, we know that.
I have one go. See, I've got to get it spot on one go.
You kind of have one go and you don't have one go, because if you, like you say, if you don't get it right, you got to do it again. So you're not. It's not only one shot ever.
Well,
and that's the beauty of the process, isn't it? So the art in the doing. You can't expect things to just miraculously go right first time.
Well, it just comes down to the print, doesn't it? You say it's what you give me.
Well, if you think that, yeah.
I can only work with what you know.
That
looks cool. I like that. That looks cool.
So I think that it's a bit wonky, but we're accepting wonky is is part of the course.
I think that's mate. I like that. I think that's really cool. Do we have to? Do you have to put silver punk on it? What are you thinking?
Well, yeah, you got a blank back.
Really...
This is This is I mean, it's asking for something, isn't it? Don't you think?
It is, but don't you? No, I'm just thinking. Wouldn't it be cool? I'm just trying to. I'm just fast forwarding now. Wouldn't
forward to
really
to
cool?
where?
In my head, once I've poured it and I'm doing the toning, I'm like thinking, wouldn't it be cool if it was a high polished back, just really high polished back, and then the spots, if I do like a bluey dark, real dark colour, and just have a real high polished smooth back. Or how about we do one of each?
How about we just and maybe maybe I'm struggling to do that because it's upside down, you see. So I need to flip it, rotate. I think it's going to be 180 on that. No. So maybe we just have punk on the back.
Now, is this going to be, when you say, is this going to be indented? Or is it going to be sticking out?
Well, I thought, when we've done it previously, I can make it much bigger, so it makes your life a bit easier. Let's scale this out a bit. No, I don't move, I want scale. That's the one I want.
Well, if you're doing punk, you might as well do so. Oh, you mean a big? Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, I'm like kind of, because it's silver anyway, right? So
yeah. Okay, we're punking it up a bit.
I need to shrink that a little bit. And
so basically, you're adding to the stress my end, aren't you? Let's have a look. Yeah, that'd be cool because they're quite thick, aren't they? It's going to, yeah.
But it's, so the it's going to be very, very subtle. Yeah, it's only going to be raised by a very, very small amount. Obviously, when
Mate,
green.
That's cool. I've got a question though.
Yeah.
I've got a question. How do you print that though?
So I'd print it with support. So the first couple of layers would have a additional bit that gets pulled off.
Do subscribe, guys, if you want to see the rest of the series in this one and me doing the pour. Because as Judge has just said, you'll see him doing the print now, and then he'll post it off to me, and then I'll do an unopening and I'll do the impression and the pour.
Awesome. Yeah, if anyone's got any suggestions about how we might improve this as well, whether you're a 3D modeler or whether you're just you've got opinions on stuff, then please drop us a comment, because we're really interested to hear how we can take our 3D modeling to the next level and what's of interest to people, basically. So yeah, let us know. So here you go. Here's the 3D print on the 3D printer. So the domino's printing out on super fine detail. It's going to take about an hour to complete. If you're interested in getting your hands on the 3D file, then drop us a comment below and we'll let you know where you can get hold of that. Right, so the print's off the printer and it's looking phenomenal. Got the 2 3s. Went for 3.5 centimeters tall in the end, and the punk on the back has come out really well. As you would have seen earlier, I ended up printing it out that way up, and the reason for that was on a previous go they printed it with the lines going horizontal, and it didn't look as good. Goimer's going to have a go at smoothing out some of these lines, so we end up with a smooth finish before this ends up being cast. But I think he's got, in my opinion, something really, really awesome to be working with.
Right, Silverpunks, welcome back. As you can see here, I've got the 3D print of the domino, Hank's domino from Twin Peaks. The judge has pulled a masterclass. It's come out really, really well. They're just so cool. He's done me 2. There you go, you're getting that. They've come out really, really cool. Just so pleased. Look at that bad boy. So, as you can see, on the back, we've got our logo, the punk. And then we've got the 3. And as you can see, when we've done the actual design in the video, if you've seen the designing video, he was holding it something like that. And we've got the 3 dots slightly off kilter, not quite lined up, because that's how they were. So we're going to have a go at these. Now the only problem I can foresee, obviously I'm going to have to do this in a flask because it's a 3D. It's going to be a 3D pour. It isn't just going to be a flat bar or a flat surface. So I'm going to have to do it in a flask. So the only problems I've got, I can't really pour down from that way because I'm going to have the sprue coming off that, ruin the face. Same with there. So I am going to have to pour it on its edge like that or something like that. Now my only worry is, am I going to get the detail? I mean, they are pretty thick, but is the silver going to run into the right places? Because that's going to be impressed into the sand. Is the silver going to take? Because obviously gravity is going to run its course. If you can imagine, it's going to be standing up like that in the flask. I'm going to be pouring down into it. Now, will the sand, because obviously the impression is going to be that side and that side, will the sand run in? So that'll be interesting to see. Fingers crossed it will, but that's just what I've got to think about. But on the 3D print side of things and the design side, yeah, really happy. So hopefully Sean Covert 5447, fingers crossed we can get you a good pour out of it. So that was a little update where we are. I've now got the prints at the Silver Pouring HQ, so I'm going to start looking at the cast tomorrow and get onto the pour very soon. So that's just a quick run through. I'll see you next time when I'm making the sand cast. Cheers. Right, welcome back Silver Punks. Welcome back to another video. We're going to continue with the viewer request from Sean Covert 5447 for these little cool bad boys. You getting that? These little Hank's dominoes from Twin Peaks, the double 3. We're going to do the sand cast today. Now obviously it's going to have to be done in a flask because it's a two-sided pour. As you can see, we've got the digit that side, and Judge come up with the idea of adding punk on the back to make my life a nightmare, but it is what it is, and hopefully if I can get this to come out, Judge will be proved right and it'll be a really cool pour, and I think it will be. If I can get them, basically if I can replicate them in silver, I'll be so happy. So what I've got to do is get them done in the flask, because obviously it's a whole 3D affair, so not sure how it's going to go. I haven't done a flask pour in a very long time, as you've probably seen if you watch any of our videos, so I am pretty new at doing it. So just bear with me, I'm going to go through. I'll probably make a few mistakes, but that's what it's all about, learning and experimenting. So just bear with me, I'm just going to go through and see what happens. So let's get stuck in. First job, get some sand in here. So what I'm going to do is push it in and just push it in halfway, instead of just doing it like that and pouring the sand on and that'll be completely submerged. Now I want to do halfway. So that's the plan of attack. That's what I thought I'm going to do. So let's see how it goes. So first job, some sanding. So this should be one of the easier parts. I'll just try and do it without knocking the camera too much. Actually thinking about it, I've started off, I made a boo-boo already, haven't I? I need to do it that way, don't we? Let's start again. Oh, not the start we wanted, guys. Oh. Right, come on. Let's get with the programme. Right, this way, that's the way we're going to do it. And I'll flip it over and I can push it in that way. Let's get some in. I like to separate the grains as much as I can. I'm not going to sieve it in, but if I just do that, it does make it a bit finer, because that side I'm going to push the numbers in. I'm going to sieve on top when I do the punk, so that's a bit more detailed. The numbers are just impressions in, so it shouldn't be as bad. I mean, I could have done with a bit of a smaller flask, if I'm honest. It's quite a big flask for what we're trying to do. I might have to have a word with the boss and see if we can invest in some smaller flasks. Because number one, it'll just be a whole lot quicker, because obviously there's less sand to pack. And number two, it makes my life easier as well, and it makes us look a bit more professional, doesn't it, rather than just using this big old thing for everything. But it's what we got, so we work with it. That's what you got to do sometimes. You can't have all the equipment, you can't have everything. You just got to go, we got what you got, and make the best. Yeah, just make the best. I'm just trying to think of what I'm trying to say. I just make the best item you can at the end of the day. So hopefully this comes out okay. And we want to give it our best, because as I've said before, this is our first viewer request. If any of you guys out there do want us to have an attempt at anything, please do just drop us a comment down below with some of your suggestions, what you'd like to see us have a go at. We've got some good ones in the pipeline. we've got some very cool stuff coming. We've got a Back to the Future pour that we're looking at doing, which I'm very excited about. Love Back to the Future. And we've also got a couple of horror ones in the pipeline. I know we're looking at Jason and Michael Myers. So yeah, we've got some cool things being suggested. So there's lots coming down the line. So hopefully we'll get those done soon. We're just working on the 3D side of things on those. Right, let's get into this, see what we got. Sorry if I'm rocking the camera. I'd be normally doing this on the floor, but obviously because I'm filming I've got to do it up on the table. Oh, that's just shed door going. It's absolutely blowing a gale outside here today. As you can probably tell from my voice, I got a bit of a cold as well. So yeah, not the weather to be outside in the shed. I mean, it's days like this I wish I was the brains of the operation. I really do. I wish I was sat in a computer chair with a heater going under the computer desk. But fortunately, I'm the poorer drone, so here we are. But I wouldn't have it any other way. This is the fun part, ain't it, guys? Right. Right, so hopefully, yeah, there we go. That gives us a start that side. So let me just get that out of the way. Right, you're getting that. Right guys, so that's the bottom of the flask, and I can never remember what it's called. I'm sure it's the cope and drag or something, top or bottom, but I don't know. So the plan is to put that in there, pour down that way and down into it, and I just hope all this lettering takes. I just hope gravity, when the silver fills up the cavity, it'll all go in. That's my only worry, that we're not going to get all the lettering, but we'll see. As I say, I haven't done a flask impression for a very long time. I'm trying to think back. I think it was some of the alien heads that I did. And I mean, to be fair, they come out pretty cool. So this is just more. It's simpler, but sometimes the simplest things to get those right are the hardest, because if you make any mistakes, it sticks out like a sore thumb, doesn't it? So I'm just hoping and praying we can get this right. Powder on. I just really hope we can get this. So I think if I go there, push him down. Right, I think that's about halfway. Right, that looks about halfway in. So I'm not very good at doing these flask pours. It's something I haven't really done a lot of. So he's halfway in now. I'm just wondering, do I make the channel now, or do I put the top on and do it? I'm not sure what's the best way to go. I'm not sure, but it's trial and error, isn't it? I think what I'll do, guys, what should I do? No, I'll try and make the impression and I'll do the channel afterwards. We'll have a look afterwards. So we'll go with that. Some more powder on. This is just so the sand part's easier. Right, so let's get that on top. There we go. And now we're going to fill in, but I am going to sieve the first bit on top of that pump, because obviously that's quite detailed. So we'll see what happens if I find my sieve. Yep, there he is. Let's get some in. This is just really exciting pour, this one, just to see how it comes out. Really exciting. I mean, in our heads when we first got the request and I mentioned it to the judge, we were like, yeah, that'll be really cool, and it's only a domino, it's going to be simple, it's going to be easier. But as we went along, we were like, yeah, actually it's not that simple when you're trying to do it like this with a 3D print. Yeah, I mean, if we had a graphite mould made, then yeah, that wouldn't be too bad. But when you're trying to do it like this, you've got to get it to, because it's a rectangle, isn't it, basically? Or is it? Yeah, rectangle. Yeah, rectangle. So you've got to get it spot on. Everyone knows what a domino looks like, so you got nowhere to hide. So as I said previous, the simple stuff does cause us a bit of a headache. But that's not said we want loads of complicated stuff coming in. No, not at all. But sometimes the easy ones can creep up on you. So I'll be looking forward to see how this goes. I really will. Let's get some in now. Sorry if I'm wobbling a bit while I do this, but I've got to get some. So that just pushes down now. The stuff that I sieved will go round that nice now. That's the plan anyway. And the size, they're quite nice size. Judge has done a nice size on them, so I'm guessing, I mean, I haven't done no maths or anything like that, I'm not that clever, but I'm guessing they're probably going to be around 50-60 grams, something like that, maybe getting on for a couple of ounces. That's what I'm guesstimating, but we'll see. It's one of those you never can tell really, but I'm guessing, yeah, getting 50-60 grams, I'd have said, looking at it, just looking at the size of the print. There we go. Let's give you a bit of teddy. Get it in. I want to try and get as much pressure this side as I can, but I am concerned about the camera. I don't want to wobble you about too much. Don't want to disturb your viewing pleasure, do we? I might have to now, I might have to give this a bit of a bang down. Get the rolling pin out. There you go, yeah. It got stopped, the recording got stopped because I started banging. See if I can hold that while I do it. Right, yeah, he's still recording. So there you go. We'll have a look at that bad boy now and see what we got. There you go, so there's our flask. If I just lift him up over here for a sec, I'll have a quick clean down, and then we'll open him up and see what we got. Let's just get some of this out of the way. Right then, right punks, there we go. It weighs a ton, that's another thing with the size of a flask. It's cast, I think it's cast iron or whatever though. Yeah, I think it's cast iron, I don't know. But, right, here we go then. Let's have a look inside then, guys, and see what we got. Also, if you are enjoying these videos, please do, don't forget to like and subscribe. The subscribe button's down below because it does help us, lets us know we're on the right track and that you guys are interested in watching what we're doing. So, right. Let's cut to the chase. Let's get this open and have a look. Well, look at that. You getting that? Right, that's cool. Some bit fell out the top bit, but that's okay. Let's just move that. Look at that bad boy. You getting that? So that's come out cool. So we know that side's going to pour. Looks like a domino. So that's cool. Nothing stuck in there. Now, what we've got to do now is see about this side and also do the channel. Now, I'm just thinking, what am I going to do the channel with? We need to get a channel in there. I'll see if I can do it with my knife. This is the bit I'm not very good at. I just haven't got the confidence because I haven't done it a lot of times, but I see people just get straight in and off they go, and I'm like, oh god. Obviously you need it smooth because you don't want no sand to come off when you're pouring. Right guys, so there's a little channel made. So I'm guessing when that goes back together with the other one, you have the little gap. I don't know whether you can get that because of the light's not very good in here, but you might be able to see it. You'll see the little hole there where the channel is. Silver goes down, fills it all up. That's the plan. That's the plan. Right, now, got to get that domino out now. So, best way of doing this now, let's just pour off some of that there. Some of that down that side. Now, let's try and get that domino out. This is going to be the tricky bit. Right, seem to lift nicely. Oh guys, Judge has come up with the goods. Look at that. You getting that? There's the punk. Right. I'm getting a bit excited now. I've just got to chill my beans a bit and have a look now. Right, I'm just looking down to see whether the gap's big enough there. I don't know whether you're getting it for all the silver to go through. I don't know whether I need a bit of bigger gap. Oh, I don't know now. Oh, do I might try and make a bigger gap? I could try and do it on that side as well. I don't know. I mean, it's a very little hole, that. Right, perhaps I shouldn't be doing this, but I'm going to try and make it a bit bigger. Right, okay. Right, if you've seen that now, that almost goes to the base of the thing, so hopefully it'll be okay. Right guys, there you go. I think that might be okay. I don't know. It's just now the problems we've got now with the pour now. It's whether the silver's gonna, because obviously it's gonna stand up, and whether the silver will take into them letters. But the impression's good. I know if I poured that as a bar, it'd take and it'd work well. It's just like when the silver goes in that way and it starts filling up from the bottom, will it all go into them places? Hopefully it will. The domino, excuse me, the domino face, as it were, that looks okay to me. I don't think we should have any problems that side. So what I'm going to do is put the flask back together and then keep our fingers crossed, because in the next video we'll have an attempt at doing the pour. So I hope you enjoyed that, guys, this little experimental punk Hank's domino. I couldn't remember what we were doing then. I'm so excited that I've got the impressions to come out. So Hank's domino from Twin Peaks for Sean Covert 5447, sorry. There's the sandcasts. Next video, the pouring. Join us then. Cheers. Right, Silver Punks, welcome back. as you can see, we're in the pouring shed. This can mean one thing. It means we're going to do some pouring. And here we are. We've got the little domino, Hank's domino from Twin Peaks. If you've been following, you'll know this is a viewer request from Sean Covert 5447. This is the last part of this little series, and we're actually going to do the pour. We got the flask all set up. The furnace is now up to 1064, so we're almost there on that side of things. So yeah, really excited. I just really hope this comes out, because it's just been so fun to do. The judge really knocked the ball out the park with these little bad boys, with the little dominoes he made, all from scratch, his own design, in the on the computer in what's it called, the blender. So he made all that in the blender, and yeah, he's done a great job. Look at them bad boys, if I can pick them up in my gloves so you're getting that. Just so cool. So looking forward to doing the pour. Hopefully this will come out, and we'll have a nice little domino at the end of things. But as always, it is experimental, so I just hope we can get it. I've got I put 160 grams in the furnace, but I think that should be more than enough, because I kind of tried to guess it, and I think they're going to be around about the 50-60 gram mark. But also, of course, you've got the sprue, the little knob bit that when you pour, you get that bit that follows up the channel. So yeah, well, they call it the sprue. So you've got to have that in silver as well, which gets cut off and remelted. So hopefully, yeah, I'll get one nice pour, and if it's all took well, we should come out with a good result. So with no further ado, let's get sorted. I've got to get that a bit heated up round there, and also the tongs heated up. So if you have enjoyed this series, do please subscribe, guys. It helps the channel out, and it also obviously lets you guys know when we get the next videos out. So let's get these tongs warmed up and the top warmed up, and we'll get the pour on, and we'll see how it goes. Just want to get any condensation off that, because if the silver does splatter on it, I don't want no steam explosions. Trying to keep it as safe as we can. Right, catching it on fire inside, of course. It has been very cold in the shed. Right, I think we're good to go. Right, so let's have a look. Right, the furnace is up to 1077. So as you know, I like it around that mark, 1070, 1080. So I will go closer to 1080 this time. So, right guys, fingers crossed. Let's have a go, shall we? So, Sean Covert 5447. Here's your domino pour. Let's see if we can do. Let's see if we can do it for you. Let's see if we can get the challenge done. Got the glow. Oh, here we go then, guys. Oh, there you go. It's gone in. Oh, pop that back in there. Obviously, you can't really see a lot, guys, because it's all happening in there, but the sprue, there's not a lot of silver left, so it's quite a big sprue. So, right guys, what I'll do, obviously we've got to leave it for a little bit now, so I'll come back to you in about 5 minutes and we'll crack it open and we'll see what we've got. Right then guys, it's been, if I'm honest, about 3 minutes. I just can't wait any longer. I've got to get in. So let's see what we can do. So I've put the board there. You can see the board, I should say the baking sheet. So I'm just going to make sure I get it in the right position for you. Move the clamps out the way. Now I don't know what's this going to come out like, but so we've got him on. It's experimental. So let's see, guys. Let's get him opened up. So obviously it's still going to be pretty hot inside, and the tops are hot, so you just got to be careful Right, you ready guys? I can't open it. He says. Well, there's the one side. The moment of truth. Let me just move that out the way. Dun dun dun. Put him down there a sec. Here we go then guys. Oh, you getting that? Right, that's only one side. That's only one side of the story though. But okay. Pleased with that. Let's get him turned out. Let's have a look. Massive sprue obviously, but there we go. Oh guys, we've cracked it. Oh my word, are you getting that? Tell me you're getting that. Oh yeah. Hank's domino. We've got to win. Right, what I'll do guys, I'll just quickly drop him in the quench and bring it back because I can't turn around because I've got my hands full. So one sec, you might hear the quench. No, it's cooled down quite a bit, so let me just get this out the way. Ugh. Oh guys. Oh yeah. Right, let me just get him out. Bear with me guys. Oh yeah man. Guys, and girls obviously. Look at that, you getting that bad boy? Look at the punk on that. Let me stand him up. You getting that? I think you should be able to zoom in and get that. Look at that. It's alright, the shed door's blowing open, but I don't mind. Look at that. Needs a good cleaning. So what I need to do now, look at that, I'm so happy with that, is obviously cut the sprue off and then get it finished up. But over the moon, look at them apples. You having that? Judge, top drawer work from the judge. Look at that. Right guys, I need to crack on. And the next time you'll see that, it'll all be done. See you in a sec. Right, Silverpunks, welcome back. Here we are. I've done all the finishing, done all the toning, all the polishing, all the clean up. There was a bit, as you've seen in the last part of the video, I had to cut the sprue off. And then some of a bit of the edges, there was a little bit of flashing around the edge, which I sanded off. And then I got it all nice and sanded off all around the edges, sprue off, and then I've done some toning. So, here you go. Here's a reveal. There you go, guys. You getting that bad boy? There we have it. Hank's domino. There's a 3D print. There's the finished product. Antiqued up. If you're getting that. Hank's domino. And look at that bad boy. Punk on the back. I think it's come out really, really well. Really pleased. It is difficult to pick up on the camera, but cool domino. Sits up every side, and you can see the sides are nicely finished as well. Hank's domino. So there you go. Sean Culver, we've delivered. So we are looking always for new challenges, as we've said. So do pop in the comments if you've enjoyed this video. And if you want us to have a look at anything, we can have a look for you. But there we have it. But we never just did one. We had to do another one. So there's the second version. Toned up with white spots. You getting that? You having that bad boy? Punk dominoes. 1, 2, 3. Really pleased. Really fun process. And as I say, the judge knocked it out the park with the old 3D print. Really did. Come out really well. So pleased. And yeah, not much else to say really. There it is. It's done. We got there. Very pleased. Think they look cool. So, if you enjoyed that guys, tune in next time when we've got some more viewers' requests. Cheers.